It was bound to happen when I talked to to who was it? I think Fix It. Someone was like, "Yeah, it's gonna happen. You're gonna forget to record one of these days." So right now you're talking about scaling that niche. Now that you found the gold mine, now you want to find other gold mines similar to it. So what is your process going to be now? Now that you're going to be talking to strangers, not your
Hmm.
friend, the pellet guy. Now you're going to talk to strangers in the pellet business. What is your process going to be? How are you going to change things around?
Well, what I've done already is I went ahead and start creating websites in different cities, and because I have the capital to go ahead and push ads to those from those cities,
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing that, and then priming it to where when I call, I'm gonna give you 3 leads, 3 or 4 leads, and we can have business from there. And I'm gonna hit them initially with 2,500. That's gonna be for the first 2 months, and then I plan on moving it to 35.
They'll
But
probably make that in a week or
yeah,
three
yeah,
days.
most definitely, most definitely, and that's like I said, because the companies that are hitting them up are going to be a lot of repeat buyers. It's going to be a really easy sell.
Mm.
So my plan is I don't even want the whole pie. I just want to find maybe 20 people that I can move up to maybe $7,500 a month retainer. Um, that way I can retain my sanity from, you know, making it to where it becomes a job, and it's more so just me managing the SEO and everything else, which won't be a problem.
Right. Forgot to ask you, how are you spending any money on ads for the current guy?
For the current person, we are actually spending ads. He doesn't have to, but he spends it anyway, and it's just $8 a day.
Oh, you're running that ad?
I am, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
like all
eight
profit.
dollars
That's like 95% profit.
$8 a day, man. It's and like I said, it's a very wide open niche. Every city that I've went to, because it's so blue collar, the ad spend is very low.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you
probably
can't even.
rural too. Like it's not metropolitan,
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
city. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a definitely blue ocean for anybody who wants to do it. I could hold it to myself, but this program is helped me out a lot. So
Yeah.
hopefully that'll help somebody else
Well,
out a
that's cool that
lot.
you're willing to share, man. I mean, obviously, you have a mindset of abundance. That's why you're sharing your niches and everything. It's it's digital marketing.
That's it.
There's no scarcity that like everyone gets to eat.
That's it.
Yeah, I like it, man. So you are right now scaling that pallet business and trying to find other opportunities. Um, how are you going to use this case because it's a strong case? How are you going to use that to convince the next guy to hop in with you?
Really, I'm not looking to convince anybody. I'm just looking for honestly, I'm looking for people that I enjoy working with.
Mm,
I'm to the point now to where I, if you flash money, like all money isn't good money, I've learned that. And I'm just looking for somebody that has a particular mindset that I want to grow with them. I want to be engaged with them for years. There were other opportunities of people that do have pallet businesses, and they had the money to do it. I just didn't feel comfortable with doing it with them because I saw how they did their own business.
mm,
And so I really don't perceive anything that I would do for them to work because they don't they're not managing what they already have.
mm.
So, and it kind of goes into like even with lead gen itself, you can create leads for a business, but if they don't have the proper things in place, those leads could call them and they could completely ignore the call.
Yes.
And they don't have proper follow up with my buddy because we do have that history of customer service, IT. I know that he has a system in place to follow up with his customers, and he does it really really well.
I just had to have that conversation with one of my contractors. He was complaining about the leads and how
Wow.
they're scarce and not enough, not good quality. And I just said, yeah, let's hop on a Zoom call. Let's go through these leads. And then he kind of pulled back. He's like, let me let me run over them just one more time. Let me just go. I'm like, yeah, you
Hmm.
better get to
Hmm.
the leads. If there was a problem with the leads, I would have addressed it. And it's not a problem with the leads. It's a problem of you not following up on time. And
Yeah.
I'm still trying to hold like pin him down for a Zoom call. I said, we need to talk. Now that you mentioned this, we need to hop on a Zoom call. We need to set expectations because I don't want this to happen again. And what
Hmm.
that does is kind of like it rattles them just a little bit and it whips them back in shape and
Yeah.
they get straight. Because as soon as you get into a relationship with a new partner, new business owner, the minute they start the relationship, like your trust level just starts to drop. Like they take it for
Mhm.
granted. Yeah, he's sending me leads every week. It gets normal. And
Yeah.
now they're like, well, what am I paying him right now? 500 a week? I don't think I should be paying him 500 a week.
Hmm.
They get comfortable and complacent, and you have to whip them back in shape. Like, hey, I'm paying
Yeah.
Google. I'm getting you exclusive leads. Get your shit together, or I will bring him over to the next guy.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. It's just like any relationship, even like with a, with a marriage, or
Hmm.
if you're, if you're seeing somebody exclusively, like if you're exclusively in a relationship, that person might say, okay, well, now I don't have to do as much work. I don't have to worry about my appearance and this,
Right.
that, and the third. But then if you go out and then you're looking to the nine, dressed to the nine, and somebody sees you and she sees somebody else looking at you, she's gonna be like, oh, I've really, I need to up my game. I need
That's
to,
right.
So it's the same thing with businesses.
Hmm.
And you're right. The number one thing is they'll take you for granted as you're giving them, giving them things. I saw somebody
Hmm.
post in the comment section of the group. They were saying that I think they were given like 8 or 9 leads or something like that. And it's like, why would I marry you if you're giving me all of this? So like, just keep giving it to me,
That's a great point, man. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I know
So,
exactly what you're talking about. Like if you're getting everything up front, like why
mhm,
commit? You've already hit
yeah,
the goal. Yeah. Um,
yeah,
I get it, man. That's why I start putting the pressure. Like lead number four, lead number five, we need to pin people down for a Zoom, or there's a breakup text coming. Like if they're
that's
not willing, I'm gone. Actually, I just got a voice message from this guy from Washington, D.C. I sent him a breakup voicemail this morning. Um,
wow.
Sent him the first lead, second lead, and he started being complacent immediately after the second lead. And I'm like, hey, did you get to
Mhm,
that lady? Did you quote her? Because I have
mhm.
another one. I don't have another one, but I just said I have another one, but I gotta make sure. Nick is big on this. Like you gotta create a follow up on the last lead before you move on to the next one. That way, it's like they know someone is looking over their shoulder. I'm
Yeah,
not just paying for leads, handing them to you and trusting you. No,
yeah,
I'm gonna provide as much pressure as needed, and you either whip back to shape with the pressure or bust, and that's the goal. Like the goal of the pressure of the constant calls every day, the text
mhm, mhm.
is to put enough pressure. It's a stress test when you think about it.
Yeah,
It's a stress
yeah,
test to see if this guy's legit or if he's gonna break. And if he breaks, great, goodbye, next. But if you can whip him back in shape, and that brings me back to unlocking mindset. You're not only
mhm.
unlocking your own mindset, you're unlocking the people around you,
Very true.
their mindset too. You guys have to be on the same page. If you're not on the same page, month one, month two, they're gonna call and say cancel.
Yep. Very, very,
And
very true.
happened to me so many times where I'm like, yeah, he's good. I'm sending him the leads. He's happy. And then all of a sudden he's like, I didn't close any of these. These are
Mhm.
garbage.
Life is a mirror.
Right.
you know it's more so like you said, it's that mindset. Once you crack that, it's almost like you plant that positive seed. And I'll show you something. This is from something that I learned from the mentorship program that I was in that everybody can take with them.
Mm.
But so one of the things that was taught to us, oh man, and I paid a pretty penny for this mentorship program. So hopefully this will be some good value for you guys. But really everything that you take in
Hmm.
is any type of media. You're being your subconscious is being wired a certain way. And so either you can do it yourself or you can allow the platforms and everybody else to do it for you. So one of the things that he taught us to do was to make these manifestos.
Oh,
And what
it's
this
like a vision board or something.
yeah, these vision boards.
Yeah.
And so the manifestos, this is like a
MacGyver.
yeah, that's like my role model, man. MacGyver.
Yeah. Goku. Yeah.
Yeah, all of these different people. My father's on there,
Is that
Grant
Alex
Cardone.
Hormozy?
That is Alex Hermosi, yeah.
Nice.
Muhammad Ali, Jim
Jim
Carrey.
Carrey, Eddie
Yeah.
Murphy.
So
Yeah,
all
it was because of Goku that I started going to the gym when I was like 12 or 13.
look, me too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Super Saiyan, man. So
Yeah.
like
Goku was the first shredded thing we've ever actually seen. Like, oh my gosh, it can be that. It can be look like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, like
Yeah, I can do it. So like that, like literally that was, what I put on that frame. And then on this frame I have principles. So just different things that you can say, different mantras that you can say to reprogram your subconscious for success.
hmm.
Because um that's what it takes, man. Like
You keep that in front of you on your desk?
I do. I
Mm.
have all of these right around my desk, and then this right here is a manifesto.
Hmm.
And you say this, you can write it out however you like, but it's just a almost like a script of who your future self is.
Mm.
So this is I'll just give one line. It says, "Who is Jason Spencer? A remarkable and influential individual." Is the owner of a multi-million-dollar lead generation business. With his passion for growth and self-improvement, he embodies a life filled with success, love, and adventure. And it goes on and on, but it really does. Like once you reprogram your mind for success, like you're gonna hit the target. Like
Absolutely, man. You either
yeah,
lead your mind or your mind leads you. And yeah, I
yeah.
actually I have a piece of paper that I have here on my wall all the time. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can pan over to my wall. It says lead
Wow.
be- because life and our brains and everything, like we're constantly being pushed and dragged in different directions. And uh, we don't get the chance to pause and just like, no, 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 let me make a couple decisions today. I'm not just going to be pulled by everything. So it's basically the difference between being reactive and proactive.
Very
Um,
much. Very
yeah,
much.
leading is about being proactive, is about being no, fuck no, I ain't answering none of that. I'm gonna go take care of my list, and then I'm gonna go and answer your stupid email.
That's it.
Reactive is just okay, open the inbox, everything else can wait, lead generation can wait. Let me just see who I can help today. Um,
Yeah.
and you just become, like,
You don't
lack
get
of a
where you
better
want to
word,
go.
like everybody's bitch. Like you're just running around all day. And then at the end of the day, you're like, what did I do? Nothing. I did absolutely nothing. I just
Yeah.
served everyone, gave everyone what they wanted, and I did not do anything for me or my family today.
Man,
So
that's
that's why I have
true.
that piece of paper there, lead.
That
Um, yeah,
man, that's
no matter how much they pull, you say no. What, you're gonna kill you? Your brain is telling you, yeah,
exactly.
you're gonna die if you say no to that guy. That's your brain is telling you.
Oh man.
You're gonna suffer. Things are really gonna be bad. But you can just
Oh
probably
man.
say no. Shut up,
That's
brain.
that's the truth. Like no is I look at no as a GPS system to yes. If you can get comfortable with if you can get comfortable with hearing no, like that's how you get everything you want out of life. Like I'm so thankful for my life up until this point. Like I'm originally from Mississippi,
Hmm.
and everything that you can think of somebody say, oh, you won't be able to do that because of this. You won't be able to do that because of that. It has nothing to do with anything else other than what you believe. Other people can believe what they want, but as long as you fortify your mind and you practice a mantra, you get something that's a constant reminder of where you want to be, you're gonna get there. And that's why people are in debt. That's why people, because that's all they think about.
Mm,
All they think about is, oh man, I this bill didn't get paid, this didn't happen. And I promise you, like I've literally went from not having like $0 to like having a $20,000 month, and it's like money just coming,
mm-hmm,
and forgetting about it. I actually had my very first TV sync. I know this has nothing to do with Rank and Rent, but I had my first TV sync a few weeks ago for a documentary, and it was a big check, and I wasn't expecting it all, but it came in the mail, and I'm like, oh wow, this is pretty awesome. But it all comes from the belief of saying, hey, if I don't try, then nothing happens. And so that's what I would tell anybody who's watching this. Don't be afraid of these of anybody that you call, because they're actually looking forward to your call. They want you to call. They want to hear from you.
mm-hmm.
And because you have a solution to their problem, like you are somebody that they want to know. They just don't have your number,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Absolutely. The other thing, you raise a good point, and I want to tie that to that piece of paper that I have on my wall that says lead. Um, when I got into this business, yeah, the people that I talk to are subject matter experts. They're business owners. They've been doing whatever they're doing, flooring for a while. So they are experts in that.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean they're experts in business. So I
Exactly.
always tell myself, you are as good as them in business management, if not better. So yeah, they are a tradesman. They are a really good, skilled person, but that doesn't make them a business owner. So I have to lead. I have to tell them what to do. If I see
Yeah.
that they're wobbly, I have to snap them back in shape. That is my job. Or that shit will come back to me and they'll punch out, they'll leave, they'll waste my time, they'll waste my money. If I don't lead, I will be led. So
Amen.
big one, big one. And like, if I were to give anyone in this group a shortcut, it would be to lead the business owner. Don't let them lead you. You're the one
Mm-hmm.
in control. You have the leads. They either get with the program or they go somewhere else. They go back to Angie's list. I have no problem with that. I can move on to the next guy. And even if your list is getting short and you're like, oh my God, I don't have enough candidates to talk to, keep going. Keep the same arrogance, keep the same confidence, because it will happen. And sometimes
Well,
I will even talk to a guy, like maybe I have guys from last year. I'll go and check the Excel sheet and see that I talked to them last year and they were like, F off. I don't need none of this. I call them again. They don't remember me. I just
mm-hmm.
called the guy again. Last year he was just a dick and he wouldn't even give me the light of day. I'm like, you're running Google ads. I'm bringing you free jobs. You don't want them? He's like, no, I don't want them. I'm like, fine, bye. This year I called him again. Hey, he does not remember me. He does not know who I am. And I just called him and started the process all over again. I might sell him this time because he's hooked.
Yeah.
Last year, he told me to kick rocks. And this year, he's hooked because things change. Things like you gotta lead. You gotta
Yep.
lead the process. You gotta lead the business owner because everything starts with you. You're the one spending money on ads, and the dime should, or what's the expression? The dime should stop with you, is what I'm trying to
That's
say. Yeah.
that's
Don't
right. And
let them have control.
you end up becoming a specialist too, because like I know with my buddy, we've ran, I know, well over $15,000 in ad money over the years. So there's some things that you learn from running that much, spending that much money on ads, to it's like, okay, I can dial this back. I can put these negative keywords. These keywords don't belong over here. We need to make these negative keywords. We need to do this. And so when you specialize in that one niche, now you can just copy and paste from city to city. And the other thing that I'm learning too, and I thought, I thought that this wouldn't be a thing, but recently we've been getting a lot of calls from people that are out of state,
Mm,
but they're needing local services. And you might recall a few weeks ago I asked this question during a video chat that you had with someone about, um, would it be prudent to have a nationwide search for a local keyword? And so now that's been proven that it actually does work, because some people, they work from out of state,
mm,
but they might manage a business that you're close to locally. So
mm,
just like there's an ice cream, hold on, it's a dessert distributor that's here where we're located, but the guy, and we're in Georgia, but the guy that did the lead for him, he was from like Ohio, but he manages the store, he manages all of the pallets and everything else, the
mhm.
procurement, he manages the Kennesaw, Georgia area. So, but if I would have targeted locally only,
Right.
I wouldn't have gotten him.
Yeah, because it is an obscure niche. So
Mhm,
you can actually hit, a whole state with one website probably.
mhm.
If it because it's going to rank better, there's not enough competition in the pallet business probably. So yeah, you
Yep,
could have a surprisingly big digital footprint than you
yep,
anticipated. Like, yeah,
yeah,
I'm just gonna get hit like Kennesaw or whatever, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, like 30-mile radius, 50-mile radius. And
yeah, it's
yeah,
yeah, it's really crazy.
we had that with rentals, like luxury car rentals. I work with a company in Vegas, and I thought, like, there's no way. I'm just gonna try it. I'm just gonna try SEO. There's no way I'm gonna be able to compete with, Caesar's Palace. They rent supercars too. The Venetian rents supercar. Like every hotel rents supercar. I can't help this business, but I'll try. And we
Yeah.
did. They're ranking. They're getting,
Wow.
and they're ranking all over Vegas and Henderson, and they're renting car. I don't know why, but we put in the reps, we checked the boxes, and here we are.
That's
So
amazing.
I can only imagine for the pallet business, like you could do some serious damage. Like your footprint
Oh
could
yeah.
be like really, really big because of how obscure it is, quote unquote. I don't know how obscure it is, but I'm sure it's pretty obscure.
Oh yeah. It's like when you look at the CPC, it's below, like it's really low. It's really cheap, man.
Yeah.
So that is, like you said, that footprint, that's what I'm banking on. All I
Mm,
need is, you know, 8, 20 customers max, get
yep.
them to $7,500 a month retainer each, and that's my vision.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a good chunk of change.
Yep.
Absolutely, man. I love it. I love it. So definitely staying with the pellet business. Um, let's see. I want to check actually see if there's any questions here on the live. All right. Nope, no comments so far. Okay.
Oh man, that's that any questions that anybody have, I'll be more than happy to answer them in the group
Oh, there will be,
chat.
yeah. There will be
Yeah.
more questions coming in that we can answer. But do you have anything you want to share with the guys in the group? Anything you want to add to the conversation?
The only thing I want to say is don't be afraid, because you have value to offer, and you can make these people a lot of money. Like I said, I mean, I'm helping my friend make the money that he's making, and by seeing that, it for one, I'm very proud of the fact that he's making the money that he's making, but it also validates how much money I can make with doing this business model. So take that and say, okay, as I'm calling these businesses, they need my services, they need more leads, and I can help them get more leads.
Love it. I think you're going to be especially successful because of the gap between the retainer and what they're making. It's like
Mhm.
they're paying pennies on the dollar, basically.
Yeah.
They're paying pennies to get a full dollar. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's the other thing too. What I learned from Nick, because initially I was gonna do a lead to lead basis where I'm charging like that, but then when he said that, where just make a retainer, just do it month to month, a flat fee. I don't care how much money you make as long as I'm able to scale it. If I
hmm
make you, $1 million, great for you. I'm not gonna waste my time trying to figure out how much of that million I get. Just give me just give me what I asked for,
yeah,
and then go to the next person, and then that makes it, it makes it great for them because they're making a lot of money, but then it also makes it great for me because I can scale it.
right. Actually, I just remembered. I know we need to wrap this up, but I just remember the something similar. I worked with a stucco guy. I don't remember where, somewhere in New Mexico. But he had a really good year, and he was raving about like how my fee like is negligible compared to what he made. And I was like, Mario, if you're feeling guilty, I'll take that Christmas bonus. And he sends me a check. He sends me $1,000 check for Christmas. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. So you could, yeah, if they're happy and they feel like, my gosh, I didn't pay you enough this year, be like, hey, I'll be waiting for that Christmas check, that
that's it.
bonus.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That is
yeah. So
awesome,
I
dude.
have gotten a bonus before on top of my weekly retainer. But yeah, it just goes to show that if you find an obscure enough niche or an obscure enough city and find a high enough ticket, you could have partners for life
Hmm.
because of that huge gap between what they're making and what they're paying. They're never going to leave. And that is smart. Like you didn't go and say, you're going to give me 10 grand a month because I'm making you this much. That's not,
Yeah.
that's a short game. You want to play the long game, and that's what you're doing, man. And I commend you for that.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
received that. I received that, brother. Thank you.
Sweet, sweet, awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you, Jason. Definitely looking forward to deal number two. I want to hear about it in the group. I want you to shout it from the rooftops,
Yes,
because
sir.
this is exciting, man. This is a special one.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Most
man.
certainly.
Hit the
All right.
phones. Let's go. Let's get those hooks. Let's get those leads.
Let's go.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Take
Take
it easy.
care.